Good day, everyone. My name is Emile Smith. I am the acting managing director for Royal Bafokeng Sports.
Continue.
Yes, I mean, let's just talk about the importance of this tournament coming to Royal Bafokeng. That's slowly now really becoming this hub of development. Yes, you have that big relationship with NBA Africa, which has really yielded some fruitful results over the years. Have an HP center as well. So the importance of LaLiga having such a tournament like this here once again in Royal Bafokeng.
I think for Royal Bafokeng Sports, it's really an honor and a privilege to have a partner of the stature of LaLiga with the interest as well as the impetus that they've got to really make a meaningful contribution to the development of sport through grassroots as well as through high performance sport. And for us, it's almost organic to say that come to this magnificent facility, to Royal Bafokeng Sports that really wants to drive a story of success, that really wants to give back to their own community, but to South Africa at large through the medium of sport. And let's take hands and do something meaningful that will hopefully open the whole of South Africa's eyes, similar to what we've done with NBA, and say, guys, there are opportunities out here for boys and girls to succeed. And if success is one measure of getting out there, I think the impact of the experience is another measure that we need to take account of, in saying that this is how you make a meaningful contribution to a kid's life, but also how you motivate young and old to really tell a story of success and aspiration.
How much of an impact has it had on just the community of Northwest in terms of just that decision to really turn this into just a sports hub? When you just look at the development as well, how much has this uplifted the community? Just also being able to tap into different towns, talent, unearthing talent at a young age as well, for different sporting codes as well?
I think a lot of the time we get bombarded by parents, stakeholders, community members, not only within our regions and our villages, but in the greater Rustenburg as well as Northwest. And people tend to forget we're now an hour from Pretoria, we're 2 hours from Johannesburg, so really we are centrally located to touch the greater community of Gauteng and Northwest. And a lot of time parents come back to us and say, my kid is struggling with this. We find that the kid goes to school and when he comes back there's very little for him to do. How do we inspire that kid? How do we allow that kid to reach his full potential? Not only in school, because we know what it's like for our parents. Our parents always drive the moniker of education. You've got to get a good education. But I think now we find a community that understands that education is one element of a complete human being. And our sport comes in and plays a vital role in saying, how do I create a full individual, a holistically developed child that's going to become a valuable member of our community, that's going to contribute to its community from a social as well as an economic aspect, and he's going to hopefully drive the spirit of a healthy lifestyle, a healthy community, a willing and able community, and get out there and start a culture of sport that starts from really a young age all the way through lifelong partnerships and lifelong participation in sport. So we find the community has really embraced that. It's really us answering a call from the community to say, use your facilities, build facilities. They will not become white elephants. They will be used. And the reality is, yes, there is a struggle every now and again. Sometimes there are partnerships that need to be formed based on commercial value, but other times there are partnerships that need to be formed on social value and giving back. And I think that's where Royal Bafokeng needs to find a balance and need to find willing participants that says, look, guys, let's take hands together and we'll go on the journey together, and we will find the solution at the end of the journey.
Are there any perhaps challenges that you guys are going through at the sports facility, maybe that you just also like to echo to us?
No, I definitely think there's always challenges with facilities. People think that building a facility is a complete package. People often forget that maintaining a facility is another element. I think a lot of times in our culture we find that we build great facilities only to lock them up and no one has got access to them because we're worried about abuse, we're worried about overuse. Rather, the facility is built for a reason. We need to open our facilities and let kids, let parents, let communities into those facilities to use it for its function. Otherwise, what's the point of building it in the place. But I think a big aspect that allows that culture to persist and grow is the fact of maintaining it. Where do we find money to maintain it? I think sometimes it comes easier for some parties compared to other parties, but it is a consideration that you have got to place front and center when building a facility is who's going to use this facility, to what degree is this facility going to be used, and how do we maintain this facility to not only make it sustainable, but to make it viable as well.
Do you have any plans to start partnerships with professional football clubs in the country, like Belgrade Premiership, on a full-time basis, to come and use the facilities?
Very good question, very common question. I'm sure there's a lot of parties out there that also struggles with this. I think the simple answer is our doors are always open. We are looking for partnerships. We are willing to entertain PSL teams. We even looking in the Hollywood Bets teams, in the ladies section as well as in the league competitions. Our doors are open. All we ask for is that the partnership needs to be of mutual benefit. And we say of mutual benefit, it can't be that you consider a rental fee against ticketing, hosting, and the cost of hosting an event versus the paying for facility hire and adhering to the SASRIA Act of all the legislation as well as the protocols you need to go through to make sure that your event is a proper experience for the fans and a safe experience for the fans. So we are willing to engage with any professional and some non-professional teams out there to say, come and sit with us, but it needs to be for mutual benefit. It can't just be a one-way ticket, because unfortunately we are not a government-owned facility. Our facility does come with cost, it does come with maintenance costs, it does come with game day experience costs and putting on a show. And if we are willing to take hands and say, there's a little for you and there's a little for you, rather than it's skewed the other way towards a more beneficial party, then we do not have a relationship that is based on mutual benefit.